Have you ever looked for a quick and easy way to create a dotted line in Illustrator? If your answer is yes, then you're in the right place. Hi there everyone, my name is Andrei Marius, and in this Envato Tuts Plus tutorial, I will show you 3 different methods that can be used to create a dotted line in Adobe Illustrator. Before we begin, make sure to check out Envato Elements, where with a simple subscription you can get unlimited access to millions of creative digital assets such as music, graphics, photos, fonts, and many more. You can subscribe right now with the link in the description. For this first method, you will need the stroke panel, which can be opened by going to Window in the menu bar and selecting Stroke, and a simple line. You can create this line using the pen tool or the line segment tool. With the line segment tool, you have to click and drag. Hold down the shift key as you click and drag to make your line straight, and release the mouse button when you are happy with the length of your line. Using the pen tool, you have to start with one click to add the starting point. Again, hold down the shift key to make your line straight, and then click one more time to add the second point of your line. Press the escape key to finish creating the line, and now use the selection tool to select your line and focus on the stroke panel. If you can't see all these options, you have to open this flyout menu and select Show Options. For the beginning, let's increase the weight to 20 points and check this round cap button, which will help you create the dots as it adds roundness to any end of a stroke. To turn your line into a dotted line, first you need to turn it into a dashed line by checking this box. Just lower this value to 0 points and your dashed line will turn into a dotted line. Increase this gap value if you wish to add more spacing between your dots, and check this button whenever you wish to force your dots to fit the length of the entire path. Using these other dash and gap values, you can add a second or even a third sequence for your dotted line. Let's set these settings to 0 and this time 80. And now, as you can see, with these settings you have a dot that's followed by a 40 points gap and a second dot that's followed by an 80 points gap. These two sequences repeat until the end of your path. You can do the same for the remaining two fields and add a third sequence for your dotted line. Feel free to play with these values, and remember that the stroke weight dictates the size of your dots. For this second method, you will need again a line and 2 circles. Select the ellipse tool from your toolbar and click and drag to create the first circle. Make sure that you are holding down the shift key to easily create a perfect circle. Press Shift and X to swap the fill and stroke color settings, and then switch to the selection tool. Hold down the Alt key and just click and drag this circle to easily add a copy. Now select both of these shapes, pick the blend tool from your toolbar, click this shape and then this other shape to create this simple blend. Switch to the selection tool to select your blend along with the line, and go to Object, Blend and Replace Spine to move your blend along the line. Now you can double click the blend tool or go to Object, Blend and Blend Options. Select Specified Steps from this drop down menu and just enter the number of copies that you wish to have between your two circles. Alternatively, you can select Specified Distance and set the spacing that you wish to have between your dots. For this method, you will need again a line and 1 circle. Keep it selected and go to Window in the menu bar to open the Brushes panel. Move to the Brushes panel and click this New Brush button. Check the Scatter Brush box, click OK. Keep the default settings and click again OK to add your brush inside the Brushes panel. Select your line and just click your brush from the Brushes panel to apply it, thus creating the dotted line. Once applied, you can double click your brush inside the Brushes panel and use these two values to adjust the size or the spacing between your dots. Click OK to apply the changes. And remember that you can also adjust the size of your dots using the stroke weight. Finally, you can always use a brush from Envato Elements to create a dotted or dashed line in Illustrator. Let's download this pack and return to Illustrator to see how you can use one of these brushes. Just open the flyout menu from the brushes panel and go to Open Brush Library and Other Library. Double-click your downloaded set of brushes. This will open a new window with your entire set of brushes. Scroll down to our brush number 33 and just click it to apply it on your selected path. Remember that you can increase the size of this brush by increasing the stroke weight. And that's it for this tutorial. I hope you've enjoyed it. Remember to hit that like button as it lets me know that I did a good job. Subscribe if you aren't already, and don't forget to click the little bell icon to be notified of any new tutorials. I'm Andrei Marius, and I'll see you in the next video.